It's one of only 3 covered speed skating ovals on the continent, with the other 2 having been built to host Olympics. But while the oval has been open for just about a year and a half at the Pomeroy Sports Centre, trying to bid for events has been hampered by a lack of International Skating Union certification. In its short lifespan, the venue has hosted 2 provincial championships and an inter-club race. Fort St. John Elks speed skating coach Richard Stickle can't quite figure out why it's taken so long for the oval to be certified.
I'm not sure because there's never been any certification before, so I'm not sure. I guess you hear some people voice concerns, but never anybody that's skated here, Jay or Denny. So the certification thing is something brand new that's never been used before. So I'm not really sure what it's all about. I guess you'd say the top skaters could skate here, but we already had top skaters skate here, so I'm not sure.
Speed Skating BC confirmed to us they have no issues with safety at the track, citing the successful events held so far in the energetic city. And they do say Speed Skating Canada just wants to make sure it's safer for faster, more elite athletes.
From a BC speed skating perspective, there are no concerns. We've held 2 sanctioned competitions there, so that's at a provincial level. At a national level, there aren't issues, they just need clarification. And the clarification is around primarily the mat construction and the placement of the mats. These skaters, when they get speed, the Denny Morrisons of the world, get up to 50 and 60 kilometres an hour, and they want to make sure that when they hit the mats that they recover safely.
While we were unable to hear from anyone from Speed Skating Canada, Houghton did confirm it's going to take a crew to come up here to verify that the mats are in fact up to standard. The Fort St. John Oval is unique in that it's not on the bottom level of the building, but is in fact on the 2nd level of the 3-level complex.
I'm putting a technical committee together, and they will be coming out to the city of Fort St. John, and they will review the facility. When that's going to take place, I can't tell you because I don't know. Because of the various uprights, the poles and so on, that are holding up the facility. And of course, the Fort St. John facility is unique to North America, and there's only one other facility like it in the world. And so this becomes something new and something that Speed Skating Canada haven't been exposed to before. So in order to make sure that they're satisfied, they're setting up this technical committee to have a look at where the mats are placed and any impediments to the skaters' safety, if you like. I am convinced beyond a doubt that this is just a process that has to be followed. At the end of the day, I am truly convinced that there won't be any issues with it, but it's just a process that Speed Skating Canada have to go through.
Houghton does explain there is a concern with some of the mats on the corners that wouldn't absorb the skater in the event of a crash, but Jay Morrison, who's raced on ovals around the world, says it's much safer than some ovals on the World Cup circuit.
Safety, it's always the first thing that the skater looks for. They want to protect themselves when they come to an oval, right? When I saw the thickness of the mats at the top and the thickness of the mats at the bottom even thicker, I thought, wow, this is actually the biggest mats I've ever seen, like in a long track oval ever. They are the thickest I've ever seen. The mats themselves are probably the best thought out mats that I've ever seen in a long track oval. They are on track with short track. And then the one thing that we do fall short of Calgary alone on is on the turns, the mats don't move. So they don't move, but there are only 2 ovals in the world with mats that move, and that's Calgary and Salt Lake. I think that Fort St. John Oval, to be totally honest, I'd say it's top 5 in the world for sure for safety.
Good speed here, good pacing for him. Witherspoon down and into the wall.
Morrison says it's easily safer than an oval like Berlin, a facility where Canadians Mike Ireland and Jeremy Witherspoon suffered serious arm injuries in a World Cup event in 2008 on the same weekend, and is a venue where Canadian sprinters no longer race due in no small part to how the mats work.
Yeah, well, the issue in Berlin is that they have, like I say, a railing that goes behind, and so it's not even a continuous wall, so you can well, I guess that's one issue, and then another different issue is the thickness of the mats and how insufficient the thickness is. The problem in Berlin is their mats are blown up as well, and at the bottom they have a rounded kind of thing, so you can go under the mat and hit the railing, or you go under the mat and the top of the mat wants to bounce you back out, but your arm is stuck into the mat or something like that. So there are all kinds of shortfalls with the way that they put together the Berlin system.
Wim Kok is a national referee and was chief referee at the recent World Masters Speed Skating Championships in Calgary. He says compared to when they hosted Canada Cup events at the outdoor oval in Fort St. John, the new ice and safety equipment is miles better.
We've run them in accordance with the ISU rules, which means 2 on the line. We've run quartets here where people have to pass. So in terms of our club ability to run a provincial and national meet, we have no problems whatsoever. We've done it in the past, we've done it recently indoor here, so it's all there. We've held several Canada Cups in the past, but always outdoor, and of course outdoor you're dealing with snow edges and so forth, so there's always the concern about safety. And I guess where they're looking at, well, the question is this place safe? Well, you look at the mats here, and I've been at both the Richmond Oval and the Calgary Oval, and I can tell you that these mats are much better than what they had in either place. So from that perspective, in terms of mat safety, I don't see that there is an issue. But I guess Speedskate Canada wants to make sure that they do what's called due diligence, due process, and get everything in place. No, I skate here 3 times a week, and I've never made a fall and landed in the mats. A couple of people have, but if you're looking at the mats in terms of dimension, they're 1.20 meters, 4 meters high in the corners, and slightly lower on the straights. If you're looking at the top width, it's 60 centimeters, 2 feet, and the bottom is 80 centimeters. So that in terms of dimension, and I haven't seen a mat like this. I had a chance to compare these mats with the ISU, the newest ISU regulations, and these mats exceed them.
Stickle says they've already gotten some attention, and given the chance and with the right amount of patience, people will come around and many more events could be on their way to the energetic city.
There's been a lot of interest expressed in Europe and stuff. People are pretty appreciative of this building, and even in Calgary, there's people that want to come here in the summer if we happen to have ice and try that out. There's people from down south that want to come here and train. So I think it'll happen, and I think there's going to be a lot of good skaters here. There's not ever been anybody that hasn't come here that's been with speed skating that's had an issue with this place. So I think there's just a lot of rumors around, and I'm not really sure what it's all about. I think it's just a matter of being patient, putting applications in for these other meets and letting people come here and judge for themselves. Once they're here, I don't think there'll ever be an issue with it.
Gavin Day for Around the Peace in Fort St. John.